Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm finally back with another video, and this time I'm gonna show you how to make a double flavored sponge cake that you can use to make half and half cakes in any flavor you want. I'm gonna show you 3 different ways to do this, and you can use this technique to make any different flavor combinations. However, in this video I'm gonna show you a chocolate and vanilla sponge. You can make 2 different sponges too, like I used to do earlier, but who wants extra utensils anyway? And it's a really fun technique and you'll have a lot of fun making it. So first we need a cake tin. I'm using a 7-inch round tin and I'm gonna grease it with a little oil. I prefer greasing with oil and flour, but you can use any way you want. You can use melted butter or even parchment paper. My sponges don't stick to the pan, so I've never really needed parchment paper, but if you want to do that, you can do that, or you can try my recipes. The link is given in the description, you can check that out. So now I've sprinkled some flour into the center and now I'm tapping it to spread it evenly all over. This will ensure that only the required amount of flour sticks to the pan and all the excess comes off. Just like you can see, make sure you grease the sides also and cover it with flour evenly. Once your tin is coated properly, turn it upside down and tap it onto your slab to remove all that excess flour. Just like this. So now our cake tin is greased, and you can use this technique to grease your tins for any type of cakes. Now coming to the half and half sponge, here comes the star of the show. You need aluminium foil. There is no particular measurement for this. I just tore a really long piece and I'm folding it in half just like you can see in the video. Spread it and smoothen it out with your hand so that there are no unnecessary wrinkles. And now I'm gonna fold it to the height of the cake tin. If you have a deeper tin, you can make bigger folds. It really depends on the size of the tin you're using. Just keep folding it until you come to the end and keep smoothing it out at every stage. These folds will ensure that the aluminium foil becomes sturdy enough to stand on its own. So once this is done, I'm gonna fold it from the sides to fit it inside my mold. You can check to see how much you need to fold from each side and then simply fold it and press it so that it stays in shape. Now repeating with the other side, I'm gonna do the same thing. Now I'm gonna check if it fits, and as you can see, it's clearly bigger, and you don't want that because we want a straight line in the center. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold it again a little more this time so that my aluminium foil becomes smaller. I'm gonna check again and place it in the center of the mold. And as you can see, it's smaller this time and it won't stand in its place. So it's very important that you fit it just right so that it stays in place. And another important thing that you need to keep in mind is that this little extra fold right here, it should be upside down so that no batter goes inside the aluminium foil. Once you get the size right and the aluminium foil stays in place right into the center of the mold, you can go to the next step. Here I have 2 different batters. I'm using my eggless vanilla sponge recipe and my eggless chocolate sponge recipe. The recipe links are given in the description and you can check them out. Now you know the aluminium foil method, but to make things even simpler, you can use a scraper as well. All you need to do is hold the scraper into the center of the tin and that's it. The only issue with this method is that you will need someone to hold it because it won't stay in place on its own. Otherwise, you can use the aluminium foil method as I showed you. If you're using a scraper, simply hold it in the center just like I'm keeping the aluminium foil and start pouring both the batters simultaneously on each side. Pouring them at once will make sure that the aluminium foil stays in place and doesn't fall off on one side. Once we've put in some batter, the aluminium foil stays in place already, so now you can easily scrape your batters from both the molds one by one. Now the third method is to use nothing in the center and simply pour both the batters at once. I don't use that method because it doesn't give very good results, but you can do that if you don't want to put in any effort. And now, as you can see, our half and half batter is almost ready, but wait, don't remove it just yet. Tap the mold to remove any extra air bubbles without merging the batter and then simply lift it up very carefully and slowly, and that's it. Your half chocolate, half vanilla batter is ready to be baked into a beautiful double flavored cake. I'm gonna bake it at 165 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. And as you can see, our cake is baked beautifully and the color is amazing and it springs back perfectly. Now there's one thing to keep in mind, that however much you try, there's always room for error. And the ovens that we use at our homes, the domestic ovens, don't heat perfectly even. So sometimes due to uneven heat, the cake rises faster from one side than the other, and hence the vanilla looks smaller than the chocolate one. I can see that it's not perfect, but that's because of the oven and you can't help it. It can happen to anyone. And I'm telling you this because I know that people watching my videos will be using domestic ovens and it can happen to them. So don't need to worry, it's completely normal. Just enjoy your cake and enjoy your baking, that's it. Let the cake cool for about 10-15 minutes before demolding it, and look at that. Look at that, how beautiful it looks from the bottom. It's baked perfectly, it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. It's so spongy, so springy, and it's the best of both worlds. You can enjoy both flavors, vanilla and chocolate, at once. You can make two different flavors, any different flavors you want. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and in my next video I'm gonna show you how you can frost this half and half sponge and make this beautiful half and half rose cake very easily, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. If you try it out and you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. I would love to help you. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Press the bell icon so that you never miss any video. I'll see you next time.